Good morning, our Beauty Equilibrium Podcast family, coming to you live from Los Angeles, California.
We got a good show today. Is your NBA team still in the playoffs? Mine's not. Mine's is not. Also, we got Cassie just hit 1 billion streams.
Damn, she did.
Puff Daddy in the courtroom drama that is going crazy. Let's get into it, though. This seems like the year of the underdogs, man, for the NBA teams, man. You got Knicks, Pacers, Timberwolves, and Thunder.
Mm-hmm. Bring out the Thunder.
Crazy. You know, as far as it's not the usual suspects, you know? Like,
I know that this is not going to be agreed upon, but I feel that we need some new faces, you know, in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think this definitely what the NBA wanted. They wanted parity, so
they got it.
This is parity. I mean, look who's involved. You got Knicks. Knicks are in the semi-finals. This is the conference championship game. So,
man, I need to go. I need to go see. Did they go ape shit? Excuse my language. After the win, because them Knicks fans,
they went crazy.
I didn't see it. Them Knicks fans, there you go.
I didn't see too much get torn up, but it was.
I don't want torn up.
Yeah, the streets were crazy.
Yeah, I want the streets to be crazy. Like, why can't we do that out here? You know.
Yeah. No, the streets.
Not tear up the streets, but just go crazy. You know, like.
Yeah.
So just really show some love for our Lakers. You know, because the Knicks, granted, they haven't been to the playoffs like this in a long time.
And the Timberwolves play today, but who else plays today? Anybody else?
I think that's it. So now it's only 2 series, so it'll probably be like
one game
every other day.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when they change the locations, probably be another little delay. So the question is the league better without the usual dynasties? Do you think it's more entertaining? Do you think it's better? You know, I'm a little biased. I would love to see my Lakers still.
Yes, that's hard to say because
I think it's better, personally.
I can't answer that question.
I think it's better just to have more teams that are, actually have a chance to make it, because it used to be kind of boring in a sense. You used to know basically who's going to be in the finals at the beginning of the year.
Pretty much.
Right. You could easily say, all right, it's going to be the Lakers. And think about it. Golden State and Cleveland played 4 years in a row in the finals?
Right.
That's not exciting.
Right, yeah.
I mean, I understand what you're saying.
Boring.
I mean, my team, you know, but at the end of the day, when you look at how Curry is out, the Lakers are out, like everybody who, like you said, are the people who seem like the staple people are like gone, you know. And then when you see OKC playing like how they're playing, they're not far removed because we've seen them before, but it's just like, what's going on, especially with the Knicks, you know. And then the Timberwolves are like coming from like.
But one thing I will say, we are seeing some very good basketball.
Oh yeah.
We are seeing some very good basketball.
So, but my thing is this. Do you enjoy seeing like the pure athleticism that we're seeing? Because that's what we're like.
Absolutely.
I think that's what
It's getting back to the physicality.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I think everybody that I've talked to that really enjoys basketball, they love it because defense was missing for a long time.
Yeah,
now you're seeing cats actually play defense. They're allowing more physical play, and I love it.
Yeah, I'm definitely
missing the D.
Oh, yeah. Come on now. It's too early. What time is it? Goodness gracious. Your birthday's next week, so you know.
Can't say nothing. Can't say
That's-
nothing.
all right, moving on.
Look, y'all, it's just funny coming out of Shiva's mouth.
Yeah.
Like that.
Can't say
Hey,
nothing.
hey. Cassie hits 1 billion streams, man.
Her music?
Hit 1 billion streams.
Oh wow.
Me and You. Yeah, she made Billboard history, man. Me and You passed the 1 billion stream mark.
Okay.
And all it took, man, and all it took for her to say is I was. Never mind. I'm not
So
gonna say
she
that.
making money, right?
So the question is this.
I wanted.
Is this just,
I wanted to send that grenade.
listen, is this just poetic justice? That the timing just happens to
No,
land
no.
on the trial, or is this PR, perfect PR?
Well, perfect PR. Then I know they.
What
say,
do y'all think in the chat? Is because people are saying like, is she doing this just because of, the trial?
No, I think the string. I think the billion is just coincidence because of the trial. But man, look,
What do you think, Shiva?
I still think they nasty, man.
Well, we gonna get to the trial in a minute.
I think it's the perfect storm. I do, because honestly,
The perfect,
Will-
unperfect storm.
will these streams last? This is a time, this is like a moment in time for her
Absolutely not.
and her music and her art, which honestly, she's been doing this for the past several years. A lot of her stuff got canned or is in the dark and never is going to see the light of day, So good for her. Good that she has some fan play out there. Good that she has some people out there saying, you know what, let's go ahead and give us a
Mimi
listen.
is capping.
Let's
Yeah,
not, let's
she
not
said she
forget,
was whack.
You
She
know,
could not sing. Okay. Damn.
I only remember one song.
Just me and you.
That's it.
That's the one that hit 1 billion.
I don't know any other song.
Dang.
That's my.
So
Yeah.
you're not a fan. Okay.
No, absolutely not. No.
So that's pretty much. So moving on. This is kind of controversial. So, Ryan Coogler was in charge of the Ironheart series. If you don't remember that is the character introduced in the last Black Panther, the young black woman that was
Right.
making a suit.
Right.
They had to disable the comments on the trailer because of
Racism?
negativity, racism, and misogynistic comments.
Oh.
They just flooded the trailer where they got like almost 300,000 dislikes in a short amount of time.
You
so
just won't let a black woman live, huh?
it's
man.
kind of crazy. Like, what are y'all thoughts on that? Like,
All I can say is it's still gonna be a dope movie. So
does-
you can feel it. You can feel it however you want. It's still gonna be a dope movie.
because my thing is this: you're talking about representation. You're talking about being in spaces that's normally not occupied by certain people. So does representation always come with backlash? It seems like something new it always has a certain amount of controversy with it. Like,
Right.
she's a black woman that is a superhero, which how many times have we seen that?
Man.
I mean, I just feel like this. Honestly, I'm here for the change. I'm here for the
Definitely here for the
for
change.
the revolution of placement, because honestly, it's placement that we miss. It's placement that we have deficits in, and this is deficits from every other community, not just Black, Latina, LGBTQIA. There's so many deficits in roles that we see on TV, in stories that need to be told. So I'm like, why not? Why are you fighting? And I hope that this makes $1 billion something, whether it's like,
They just hating
because
on it.
honestly,
I was just about
this
to
is-
say that, G.
Yeah,
They
this is
just
just
need
one of
to
those
stop
things where it's like,
hating,
okay,
dog.
so if controversy brings streams, then hopefully this will bring some kind of like revenue for them.
And this is an episodic, I believe. Can y'all help me out in the chat? Isn't this an episodic? I don't think it's a movie. So
Yes, it's a.
this is something that could potentially season 1, season 2.
Oh. Oh.
So
it's a show. Yes.
oh, what's happening with the camera? Oh, be careful on that cord. Check that cord for me
Where?
under the table.
Oh.
I think it's caught up on another cord. It's pulling the camera. It might need some slack. See that one? I think it's pulling the camera a little bit. That should help. I think we good. Yeah, so I think so. Oh, we're moving a little bit. It's cool. We're gonna work through it. Yeah, so when it comes to this, Marvel just disabled the comments because people was being racist, was being misogynistic. It's scheduled to
racist.
It's scheduled to be released in June.
It's gonna be fire too. Stop
But
playing. You know he throws some heat out there.
hey, like Mimi said, anything he do, I'm there for.
Turns to go.
Right.
Stop playing.
I think he's proven himself. You know,
Haters gonna hate.
he's
Oh, it's still. Wait a minute.
yeah, it's gonna move around a little bit. Yeah, anything he touches is pretty much I'm okay with it. You know,
I mean, just get used to seeing people in places that you normally don't see them.
Period.
That's all I'll
Get
say,
used to it.
period.
that's what more diversity brings. You're gonna have change, and sometimes people don't like change, but oh well. Hey, the other people on the other side, we don't like everything, not including us. So this is the controversy.
When we've been around before it was around.
Come
you
on
know?
now.
Hey, you know.
Quickly too, Don Julio and Casamigos lawsuit. Allegedly, this lawsuit just got brought up in May. They are not 100% agave. They got hit. Diageo, consumers paid for premium and got diluted tequila. That's what the lawsuit alleges. Shout out to there is a black woman on 100% agave tequila out there with no lawsuits. You know,
What's the name? Can you tell us the
Ego.
name? The brand's called Ego?
Ego. Yep.
Okay, you guys make sure y'all check that out.
Yeah. But what do you think about that? I mean, I know you the tequila.
I'm disappointed because I am a big fan of tequila, and for this brand to have on their label 100% agave, and it's not, it's a false statement. You should be responsible for compensation, straight up.
Right.
I mean, but my thing is, okay, I would like to know, and this is something that we'll find, of course, we'll find out eventually, but are they saying that the additives create it not being a 100% agave, or they're just not even using 100% agave and it's like, watered down?
They're not using 100% agave. It's that bang bang.
Right.
You know, it's not pure uncut. It's stepped on.
Step and repeat.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, there are good alcohol, good 100% agave tequilas out there. I have expressed it to you guys. Just do your research, man, before you. If you're really into it. Some people just, they don't even,
Right.
they don't even like really taste alcohol. I was having a conversation, and my partner was like, "Man, I don't even like alcohol. I just be drinking to get the effect." I'm like, yeah, I sip tequila and
Right.
I'm trying to become a tequila sommelier or something. I'm really trying to figure out the flutes and all that stuff in the tequilas and stuff, the notes or whatever. But hey,
All right, we got to get into the deep dive, which is this Puff Daddy trial.
Ooh.
It's going crazy
They nasty.
right now.
They nasty.
Where do we start?
They nasty. That's where we gonna start.
Got racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking.
Nasty.
Have you seen the? Where do you start?
They nasty.
I mean, people. That's not a crime.
Man, look.
That's the least of your concerns.
Oh my God. Man, look. I can't get past the nasty part.
That's
They
least.
using people's mouths as urinals and stuff. That's nasty.
Okay, look. I hate that we were brought into people's bedroom. That's my thing. You know what I mean? I mean,
that has been my main point for all of this. Whatever side you on, you know, hetero, homo, bi, Diddy, whatever. Keep that stuff to yourself. Cause man, gross. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'll say this. First of all, there are a lot of streamers that are just going into the trial and covering it, and they getting rich. Because it's not televised, you have streamers that are going in there, telling people the details, what's happening day to day, and that is getting millions and millions of views. So this probably would have, if televised, would have been the most watched thing ever, you know?
Undoubtedly.
So now moving on to the testimony and everything from the different individuals, like Don Richards, you know, that's the ex-Danity Kane member.
Oh, they finally got on trial?
She went on, and they kind of discredited her, you know. Cassie talked about just control and manipulation. They also released, the prosecution released, did y'all see the pictures of some of the escorts?
Yes, I saw that.
They released the photos.
It was like
that made
16 of them.
You know what's crazy? We know what they're talking about, but for some reason, when they released those photos, it just made it seem like it was more reality, like more realistic. Like just seeing those faces, it just brought together like,
They all look very similar.
You saying they got a type?
Man,
Jason
I'm
over
saying
here.
they nasty, man.
Jason over here talking about they got a type.
You didn't see the pictures?
Some of them was outliers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kinda.
The bulk of the data, yeah, they was. Some of them had a couple outliers.
Man, they look like cousins on me.
It was like, yeah, that's not. And what's crazy is in the midst of all of this, the family's there. You got to remember, his mom is there.
Daughters.
His daughters, his sons, the family is there. Her husband, Cassie's husband, is there.
Wait, he nasty too.
I'm just saying, listen, so you talking about nasty, that's one thing. I'm talking about drugs, abuse. They were showing they also made the photos public of what they found in a hotel. Man, it's just a lot, man.
Hey, if I
it's
see anybody out buying kiddie pools and you don't
kiddie
got no
pools.
kitties,
They said one of the incidences
Bad, y'all.
she had to get dunked in a pool of baby oil and lubricant.
Hey, can you imagine? Because she's not that big, so they probably body slammed her.
Oh no! You? Hey man.
see, that's
Hey y'all help!
I'm sorry.
I mean,
They nasty, man. Look.
this is terrible to say the least. To hear, you know, all these.
See, even Mimi said they look related. I
all
wasn't
these
tripping.
things.
No, I'd say most of them do. And also, this is what I want to know. Have you noticed that the industry, this whole time, from the moment the charges got brought up to the moment he was arrested, throughout the trial, industry has been quiet about this. Nobody is talking about this.
Because they scared.
Nobody.
They are scared because you got to remember there's still video footage of a lot of people being at the house. So they could or could not have been in that take that party.
I mean, I just feel like this. How are you?
And it makes sense. Go ahead, Shima.
How are you basically bringing this to the forefront and yet leaving so much out? It's just even though
I don't think they left anything.
no. This is what I'm saying. This is really and truly, right? If you have a household and you're doing all these things, all these people interconnected from security to, it's so many people still that should be probably in that courtroom too that they're just not even mentioning. Groundskeeper, carpet cleaner.
But
You know what I'm saying? Like all of these people.
That's an interesting take because
all of these people who had to help orchestrate these things or whatever, like even having to
See,
they
that's
said that they
what I was
had
about
to
to say.
basically replace and
But
redecorate a
I don't-
whole entire hotel room.
But
Hold
see,
on.
still even with that, I don't even see what they did illegal yet. Besides the possibility of drugs and kidnapping, everything else is just they're just being nasty.
Hey, hold on.
Okay,
We're not
so
just
that's-
hold on.
Yes.
He said drugs and kidnapping.
I mean,
Okay. Yeah.
That's
I'm like,
major crimes.
I mean
Pause.
because this is what I'm saying, right? Like some of them people, were taking the drugs. They weren't being drugged,
Right.
So so let me be clear, right? And some of this kidnapping, right? They were willing and able until they saw what was really going on. It was like, oh wait, this is what we doing.
And I agree with that, right? I agree with that 100%. I think, to your point, Shima, the people that are the groundskeepers and security, they don't necessarily have to be in on it because a lot of what takes place is you could have a whole bunch of people outside. You can invite people in. They don't necessarily know what's going on in that room, though.
No, can I?
So I don't think just because you're
There's
there.
one person I feel bad for, and that was the cable guy.
See, but he hasn't come forward yet. That we don't know how. That hasn't even been introduced in the trial yet.
Take that.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is just it's just hard to
Oh my
to hear some of the stuff, and then you're having sympathy for the family having to hear this. Then on top of that, they're living their regular lives. We just saw his daughters go to prom. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I
it's
do
like,
have sympathy for the family.
It's like a lot of people were saying, like, okay, this sounds like domestic violence, of course, abuse, yes, but we got to go back to racketeering conspiracies and sex trafficking. Like, I don't see from what I'm hearing, I don't see that.
Exactly. No.
I don't see that. Like, how are you sex trafficking somebody if they're arranging these freak-offs and participating in these freak-offs?
And just like how we talked about in the barbershop, how can the idea of the R word come, but then the very next day you go get the issue?
And they say, hey, when you're a victim, you're a victim. But it's just,
I get
it's
it,
a
but
lot.
the very next day, like, what's up? Like, oh, you took it today, but today I'm just going to give it to you. Like,
see, that's where drugs and all
like
kind
we
of stuff
can't
come
go
in.
into-
Yeah,
we cannot-
I can't answer to
dissect
that.
a victim's mentality. Number one, we don't know how far and wide.
But I think when people are hearing these things, they are shifting to a more sympathetic view. Is kind of shifting a little bit because some of these things are so shocking that people are like, yo, it just breaking people's brains sometimes. They're in there like they can't believe what's going on.
Because it's also desensitizing you to where I feel like a lot of people are giving opinions and not even looking at her as who she is, him as who he is, because they're just thinking about the money, the shocking, shock value things that we're hearing about everything that went on. And then how many times do you hear a play-by-play of whomever's bedroom? You know what I mean? You're not hearing like a play-by-play of, So it's just like, as adults, we're looking at this and saying, you know what? How can we not have an opinion on it? Because it just seems so freaking crazy,
I forgot about that.
oh, well, maybe you just said?
No, AJ said TD, Obama, Harris, everyone was at these functions. I forgot about. Have you ever been swallowed up? Like everybody has been.
I forgot about the swallow.
Yeah, so there's a lot of people. So that could definitely explain why everybody's so quiet because everybody was there and then everybody said they went home early.
Right.
So
Yeah, we don't know. I mean, this This
I
is
mean,
seemingly
and
the after party.
And don't get me
that's
wrong,
what I
because
wanna-
it can happen. You
Yeah,
know?
I was about to say that.
I've been to a party and I was like, you
Look.
know what? I'm ready to go. Like,
See?
you know, so it can happen. It can, you know.
Saw the kiddie pool
yeah, it
coming
was
out,
like,
huh?
you know, yeah, I got that. You might want to go. Like, yeah, you're right. I see y'all later.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Just because you're a part of the staff, I don't think from what they're talking about in the trial, I don't think everybody knew about this, man.
And sometimes, you know, you're part of the staff, but that don't mean you're a participant. You're getting paid, and you know, like, sure enough, you can leave, but sometimes, you know, your moral compass.
And then the trial that came out about him overdosing before and going to the hospital, like they really talked about they had a codependency with drugs, and these freak-offs just became, it almost sounded like a job. Like it sounded like something that you're not even
4
doing.
days straight. Yeah, that's a job.
You're not even doing it
So
out
my
of
thing
enjoyment.
is this: is he being persecuted because of addiction?
No.
Because
No.
addiction and disease goes far and wide.
No.
Right? You do things that you don't want to do, right?
Let's be honest. We know why he's getting convicted, why he's getting prosecuted. It's because he went and rubbed somebody that was more powerful than him the wrong way, and they said, "Oh, okay, we gonna get you back." That's what happened. Let's just be honest. You know, that's exactly what happened. You know,
I mean, I just hate to see her
Allegedly.
get written off of people.
Allegedly.
If people are looking at her as not a victim, you know what I mean? Because she absolutely is.
Hurt people from AJ in the comments.
Right.
Yeah. It's just, it comes down to this whole trial, I think, so far, doesn't seem like they're building a case.
With the RICO.
Yeah, with the RICO. This is a RICO
Where's
case.
the RICO at?
Where's the
there's
RICO?
no RICO.
This is like Boosie said, it's a FRICO. It's a FRICO
Yeah.
case for sure, but
And going back to feeling bad for Cassie, I mean, yeah, a little bit, but you had plenty of chances to walk away a long time ago. You know, so I do feel bad, but at the same, you know, I also feel like, you know, where was your compass to just leave?
I mean, you know, I feel where you're coming from with that, but I do think when you're getting abused and you're on drugs and it's the lifestyle, it's a lot going on.
At a point, she said
It's a
it
lot
was her
going
job
on.
too. So if this is your job, I mean, most
It's a
of
lot
us
going on.
take our job seriously. You know what I mean? So
That serious, Seema. God damn. Oh my God.
Yeah. There you go. Psychology textbook. Like
Oh
Damon
yeah,
said,
yeah.
This is like, because you also have, you know, we always used to joke about Stockholm syndrome, you know?
Yeah.
You know, that's a real thing. They were talking about, man, you know, you got to remember some kids get kidnapped, know that they have parents somewhere else, and eventually they get enrolled in school, go to school, come home every day, knowing that they've been taken.
absolutely.
So
you have a point.
you can develop a system where you would think, first chance I get out this house, I'm running. I'm going to police officer, and that doesn't always happen. Sometimes you can develop a disorder, and it becomes a illness to where your actual captor becomes, you know, someone near and dear to your heart.
Right.
It just takes some time.
That's crazy, but
Heavy.
yeah. We want to shout out to the LA County Fair though.
Yes.
Just to wrap it up, we had a great time out there. Shout out to Drew Hill, Maya. They did their thing.
They did the Drew Hills on stage, y'all.
They did.
They
wasn't as high.
They
It
gave
wasn't
you
as
about,
high as
they
they
gave
were
you about
back
like
in the
10
day.
of them. They
They
gave you
was-
about like 10, 20 of
They
them.
was age appropriate. Drew Hills. They was, you know, it wasn't the full.
Yeah.
Wasn't the full Monty. Remember to like, share, subscribe, come here, get your hair cut, hairstyle at Art Beauty Equilibrium Barbershop and Salon. And yeah, stay tuned. We got some exciting news and stuff coming up. We'll see you next week.
Make sure you like, subscribe, and share, yo. It's free
That's
99.
right.
Next week. They nasty.